got to be very, very aware of this. I think the whole industry, as well as the scientific conference industry, are going to be hit by this, and it's the societal aspects of conferences. So two of the things, that we're working on very closely at the moment are getting correct gender balance at conferences. And this is something where I've put an awful lot of my time and effort behind over the last couple of years, because at Elsevier, it's such an obvious wrong that needs righting that we will no longer ignore it. So we no longer allow all male panels. We always strive for perfect gender balance at our conferences of invited speakers, the bit that we can control. And so that's one aspect. The other thing, and I think this is going to become even more sharply into focus for next year, is the environmental aspect of our events. And again, if you think to the point that people have to make choices, we want people to feel good about making the choice to come to one of our conferences. And what we have to do to enable that is to make sure that whatever environmental impact our events have, we have some way of offsetting that. The events business has always been very data heavy. If we can somehow augment and interrogate that data and pull meaningful data sets together to then really understand what can make the event even better, what the impact of that event has been on society by interrogating data and different data sets and bringing them together, I think that's could be a critically important thing. We talk in terms of big data sets and large numbers of people. Of course, that's made up of individuals, and the technology needs to be personalised to augment that experience of that individual. So things like personalised programs, but also recommendations that, if you were using artificial intelligence and machine learning, we can then start to make recommendations. Hey, you should go to this next panel session, or you should go to this session here because you're working on that. And you have to harvest the right data. You need to understand your customer, and that's never been more important than it is now. But if you really get that right, and you can then make very meaningful recommendations for that individual, that will make the events even stronger.